I'm going to transition things over to the Jets now because, of course, I am. And let's focus on their blue line for a moment, okay? If you look up front in Winnipeg on forward, this is an elite core, okay? Potentially Stanley Cup contending core up front. But on the back end, it's clear that they're lacking that true number one defenseman. Josh Morrissey, Neil Pionk, both very solid, but a lot of people consider them to be more second pairing D. Are there any players around the league that you think Winnipeg should target ahead of the deadline that could really get them over the hump and make them true Stanley Cup contenders?
Jesse, it's hard to really target a number one defenseman, but if I was the Winnipeg Jets, I would target top 4 defensemen that can come in and fill a void to already looks like a weak defense. A lot of middling guys on that blue line that have found success so far, but 3 guys I'm looking at right now. 1, Brandon Montour, Rasmus Ristolainen, and Vince Dunn. 3 potential trade targets that have been out there rumored that can all come in and have an immediate impact to the Winnipeg Jets and their blue line if they could acquire any one of those guys.
So if you're Winnipeg, again, as you mentioned, they're pretty stacked up front. Is there a specific player that you would be willing to part with?
It's tough to say. I mean, with the way they're built right now, you'd probably have to part with future assets. And I know when a guy like Rasmus Ristolainen or Brandon Montour was out there, the rumor of a first-round pick going back was what the expected asking price. Just recently, Vince Dunn, the expected asking price was a first-round pick plus a prospect. So I would imagine that's a package that Winnipeg has to be looking at, where they part with their first-round pick with one of their high-end prospects. But if you do that and you're acquiring one of these 3 players, thinking about the impact that they can have on your lineup moving forward, Rasmus Ristolainen, that guy's a force to be reckoned with. That's a minute muncher, can play all areas of the game, every situation of the game. And with Rasmus Ristolainen, he played some of his best hockey in Buffalo, paired alongside a veteran presence. And I look at Josh Morrissey being that veteran presence that could really help elevate his game and really help elevate the blue line for the Winnipeg Jets. And Brandon Montour and Vince Dunn, I think they're very similar. They have very high upside with their offensive game, can quarterback a power play, can be puck movers, and help push the play, which is the way that the Winnipeg Jets like to play. So between any one of those 3 guys, those are definite upgrades for the blue line.